if you're a high school basketball player who isn't quite sure what mindset means, or how it can help your confidence, or how it can help you improve as a player on the court, or benefit your team, well, today I'm going to share how this year's Duke men's basketball team has embraced a mindset philosophy that has landed them in the Final Four and what you can learn from their example. Let's jump in and discuss. Welcome back to Hard Smart Together. I'm Coach Dave. I'm here every week to help basketball players become the smart, confident players that coaches love. So if you followed me for any period of time, you know we talk a lot about building a steady, stable confidence. And that steady confidence comes from not just how you play, but also how you think. And, you know, the term that's used a lot for how you think is mindset. And today is all about mindset and how you as a basketball player can develop a better mindset that can contribute to your individual play, your team's play, your confidence. Okay? Now there's usually, I've worked with a lot of basketball players, a lot of high school basketball players, and there's usually two things that get in the way of a player devoting time and effort to building their mindset. And those two things are either the player thinks they're too cool to work on their mindset. They think they know it all and they're too cool, and the mindset stuff is for other people, or they just don't know how much it can do for them. They don't know how much it can contribute to a great experience in their basketball career, whether that is a high school career or going forward from there. They just don't know what mindset can do for their team and for their team's success. They just don't know. They don't have the tools. They don't have the processes. So I want to share today about this year's Duke men's basketball team, how they find themselves in the Final Four, all while adopting an ancient Japanese philosophy that has contributed greatly to their team's mindset, which has contributed to their team's success. Now, before I get into the story of Duke and how they've adopted this mindset, I always like to remind you, I make available for you a free download. It's 8 intangible skills that coaches love to see in players. You can look at get the link right below here, or go to hardsmarttogether.com/intangibles. That will download this free checklist of these skills for you and some ways to get started with each skill. And I'll also keep you informed when we're coming out with additional content that you might find interesting. So, what is this philosophy that Duke has adopted? It is the ancient Japanese philosophy of Kaizen. Okay? And Kaizen, translated in English, simply means change for the better, or simply improvement. Okay? Now, how did Duke's coach come up with this, philosophy that he wanted to teach? Well, after losing in the tournament last year, he knew that his team needed to improve their mindset. He talked about that. It was one of the high, goals on his list is going into the next season, I want to improve our team's mindset and give us a better chance to be more successful on the court and to win a championship. Okay? But mindset was top of mind. Now, you might be saying to yourself, well, it's Duke, and they have some of the greatest players in the country. In fact, Cooper Flagg is arguably the best college basketball player this season. So, that's why they're in the Final Four. Yes, that's part of why they're in the Final Four. You need talent, but at the end of the day, today's college basketball game, you're throwing together all new teams a lot of new players, whether they're coming from high school and they're one and done and going off to the NBA draft, or whether they're coming from the transfer portal in a different program. It's a whole new group of people. And basketball needs, cohesion and teamwork and, chemistry in order for a team to be successful. And yes, they need a great mindset to put this group of great players together, because there's a lot of programs that throw together a lot of great players. They're not always successful in winning a championship. They're not even as successful sometimes in making the tournament. So it's not just about the talent they have. Coach Scheyer knew that he needed more. He needed to work on that mindset. So he went out and read and learned all about different mindset techniques, and he came across this Japanese philosophy of Kaizen. Now, this is something that's been used for ages in the business world among a lot of very successful businesses. It's also been used in the sports world. Organizations like the Boston Celtics have adopted and embraced Kaizen and it's won them championships, because mindset and how you think can contribute to how you play. So Coach Scheyer introduces Kaizen, and it's all about getting a little better every day, getting to get better incrementally, and focusing on that journey of getting better versus the destination of a championship or a tournament win or a certain number of wins. It's not about the results, it's about the process. Just getting 1% better every day. Now, what we can learn from is, why has this worked for Duke this year? Why has it been so successful? Why has it led to one of the best seasons that they've had in a very long time? Well, here's why I think it's worked. Number one is buy-in. Coach Scheyer got buy-in from his coaches, he got buy-in from his players, and importantly, he got buy-in from his best players. In fact, Cooper Flagg really embraced this, okay? And so you as an individual player, we talked about what gets in the way of working on your mindset. You've got to have buy-in that this is actually going to help you. This is going to help you improve. This is going to help you as a team, as an individual. This is going to help your confidence. You've got to have buy-in. That mindset has a lot of value to working on it. So they got buy-in from their top players. Number two is consistency. They talk about that, about Kaizen, every day with everything they're doing. They've really embraced it. They've embraced it in their practices. They've embraced it in their team meetings. They've embraced it in their film study sessions. They've embraced it in their games, in their tournaments, in their approach, in their preparation. It's all about the journey. It is not about the destination. It's all about getting just a little bit better every day. 1% better every day. Focusing on that, having that mindset. Okay? And the third reason I think it's really worked for Duke is accountability. Coach Scheyer talks about it at the beginning of the season. They had, they were doing a team break. It might have even been preseason, in the summer workouts or whatever. But they were doing a team break. And when you do a team break, everybody puts their hand in, and you might say team, or, in their case, they might say, Duke, or they might say play hard, or whatever the case might be for your team break. So Coach Scheyer does the break and uses one of those traditional kind of break calls. And the team says, whoa, coach. The player said, whoa, coach, get back in here. It's Kaizen. Okay? And they do their break with Kaizen. Now, that is some accountability. When your players hold your coaches accountable, when coaches hold players accountable, when players to player, they hold accountable. And so between their buy-in, their consistency, and their accountability, it has really kept this mindset in everybody's focus and contributed to this great season they're having. And that's what we try and do here on this channel for you. We're trying to give you enough information so that you can buy into, how you play the game and how you think. We're trying to keep it consistent with the consistent messages that we give you, and we're trying to help you with some accountability by growing a community of basketball players, a community of basketball coaches and parents that really want to adopt these two areas that you need to work on, which is how you play the game and how you think. And so I hope this was a great example of how mindset can help you. And I'm looking forward to watching Duke this weekend and seeing if they get across the goal line and win another national championship. So always like the likes, love the comments if this was helpful. And until next week, remember to play hard, play smart, and play together. See you next week.